All right. Excuse me. All right, hello and welcome to another free agency video. This time I'm going to be doing Sam Bradford and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Both of them had pretty solid seasons. Fitzpatrick more than Bradford. My thoughts on both players. I really like Sam Bradford. I still do like Sam Bradford a lot. I think if he stays healthy, he could be really good. But it's if he could stay healthy. So, I think he could be one of the better quarterbacks. I don't think he's going to be great or anything, but I think he can definitely live up to what he was projected to be as a #1 pick. So, if he just stays healthy, he could be one of the better players in the NFL at quarterback. And Fitzpatrick, I mean, had a great season as a Jet. He played really well. Excuse me.
It's complete to Brent Selleck.
So, I don't know yet. I might as well start with Fitzpatrick since I'm playing as the Jets. And my first team is the Jets. I doubt he leaves. I doubt it. After having this good of a season, I think the Jets want to lock him up until they can find their true next guy, whether it be Bryce Petty or someone they draft. But I doubt he leaves. This is more if. A lot of these teams are if. Well, not a lot, but two of them are big ifs. If, you know, they decide to take him off the team. Same thing, I have Philly on here if they decide not to re-sign Bradford and they get to let him hit the free market. I could see him maybe taking a stop in Philly. I think he could make it work pretty much wherever he goes at this point. The guy has been in the league for quite some time. I think he knows what he's doing. And my other big if is the Broncos. And this is if they actually don't re-sign Osweiler somehow. Like if they just don't, because they have to use their franchise on Von Miller at this point. Because, I mean, if they don't, they're going to lose one of the best players in the NFL. So if they can't come to an agreement with a contract on Osweiler, then he could hit the free market, and I don't know yet, but I have them on there just in case Peyton retires and they can't come to an agreement on a contract, and if, they franchise Von Miller. So a lot of ifs there, but they're still on here because there's potential that it could happen. Up next, the Browns. I pretty much have the same list for both teams, but I'm just going to split them up so I can talk about the players individually, I guess. So I had the Browns next. I think Fitzpatrick wouldn't want to be a Brown because, one, they're probably going to draft a guy at #2. If they don't, I'd be supremely surprised. Like, I wouldn't know what to say at that point. But again, it could happen, I guess. I mean, the Browns could go for a more veteran presence other than dropping a rookie into their system right away. But they already have McCown there for that reason. But the Browns need quarterback. These guys are two of the better guys on the market as of right now. And if Kirk Cousins somehow hit the open market, then that guy would get a lot of money after the way he played in Washington, but they're going to drop a franchise tag on that guy, no doubt. Up next, I have L.A., the Rams. Again, I think the Rams will probably try and draft someone. In my mind, I think it will be Paxton Lynch, unless Philly decides to take a shot at him, but Doug Peterson and Chip Kelly are two completely different guys. So I doubt that he'll take a shot at Paxton Lynch. Paxton Lynch seems to be in more of a spread type of offense for Memphis. And Doug Peterson's probably not going to run that exactly. He'll probably do a lot of dropbacks. I mean, I guess Kansas City did run it every once in a while,
An empty possession from
but
the
it's more than likely if they were to draft a quarterback, it'd be a guy like Wentz.
What was a very long kick in the first
So,
place. Well, look, that was definitely not
LA,
you gotta look,
obviously,
it takes a perfect snap,
are there. I mean,
and they just missed it.
do they really trust any of the guys that they have?
He is down.
Because I know I don't. They're both not very good.
The defense will take the penalty.
And last I have Houston, if they want to have, again, a veteran presence behind a rookie that they're obviously going to be drafting. Because if they don't draft someone, they'd be dumb. So I don't know yet. But same thing with Bradford. I think Bradford's the more talented of the two. I think overall, Sam Bradford is really good. It's just the fact he's never been able to stay healthy, and that's his big problem. So that could bite him, you know, in the bum. I have Philly because, again, I doubt he leaves the Eagles. If Peterson was smart, he'd keep him around because he had a solid second half to the season. In the games that Chip Kelly didn't coach, I'm pretty sure he played pretty solid. I don't watch Eagles games because I don't care. So I don't know. And I have the Jets on here in case Fitzpatrick takes off and they want a quarterback. Because I doubt they'd try and start Geno Smith. And then I obviously had the Broncos for the same reasons. If I had to pick one or two, it'd probably be Bradford over Fitzpatrick for the Broncos. They probably go younger so they can lock him up for a solid amount of time if they really believe he can be their guy. The same thing with the Browns. I mean, if they don't want to draft Goff or Wentz or whoever they really like at number 2.
First down here after
Oh, excuse me. Oh, I feel awful. I had a terrible sinus headache this morning. Like, absolutely awful. I felt like my head was going to explode. What was I talking about? The Browns, if they want to go, not pick a guy at 1 or 2. I mean, at 2. Either Wentz, Goff, Lynch, whoever they really like at number 2. They could probably... I would assume they'd go Bradford over... Man, I probably shouldn't have worn such similar uniforms. I probably should have went with those classic ugly-ass Jets alternates. So at least I know what team I'm playing as. But, the Browns would probably go younger over older. I mean, they already have what's-his-name on the roster. Josh McCown. So they already have a veteran presence. So if they're going to sign a guy, it'd probably be Bradford. And I have Houston. And again, I think most of these teams would probably sign Bradford over Fitzpatrick because of more potential. With Fitzpatrick, you know what you're getting. You're getting a solid starter who's going to put in some games for you. And, you know, stay healthy. I mean, Fitzpatrick stays healthy, and that's the big thing with him. And that's pretty much it I have for the quarterbacks. I don't 100% know who I would 100% prefer at this point. I think Bradford's more talented overall, like just as a player. But I think Fitzpatrick would probably be more reliable and consistent. So, I mean, both guys have their pros and cons, I guess. He definitely was in. So, I don't know, but yeah, I still got a lot of time left. Who should I tie into this one also? I don't know, maybe the Jets, someone on the Jets. Oh, Damon Harrison. Damon Harrison, let's go with him.
We have a review coming from the booth.
Yeah, all right. Damon Harrison, the big D tackle, had a pretty solid season. I mean, he was a good run stopper, which is what you're going to get from a guy like him. I don't know. I actually had Damon Harrison written down here just in case I didn't have enough time, which I knew was going to happen. Damon Harrison's a good run stuffer. I don't get to watch many Jet games because of just where I live. It's just really local teams, so I get a Jet game every once in a while, but I don't get to watch, them much. I could totally see the Cardinals maybe taking a shot at Damon Harris. He's solid. He's a good run stuffer, and the Cardinals can always use more defense. More defense is better than less. Obviously, I sound like one of the announcers on the on Madden. Well, it's always better to score more points than less points. No shit, Sherlock. But the Cardinals definitely, I think they can always go for a bit better, run defense. I mean, they already have one of the best defenses in the league. I think Damon Harris would only, further that. So, the Cardinals mostly, I have them on here because there's potential that they could just try and absolutely stack their front seven.
One more snap, and we'll head to halftime.
Oh, man, I feel awful.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Up next, I have the Chargers.
Breaks out of the tackle.
Get my dick, bro.
And he's brought to the ground.
The Chargers. Chargers just need help on defense in general. I think there's maybe like 2 players on that defense who actually have like a shot to keep their jobs, and that's Melvin Ingram, the 2 insides actually, Perriman and Teo, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and Verrett. I think those are the only guys that are actually solid, like good starters. I suck at Madden. I absolutely suck. They can always use better run D because their run D was poo-poo along with their pass D, to be honest. They were just not a good team. The only reason they were somewhat decent is because their offense played really well at points. So, up next I have the Saints. I don't 100% remember who their D tackle is right now. But I know he's old. I think he's in his 11th season or something like that. So obviously they can go and get younger at that. I think Damon Harris is only like 28, 29. So I mean he's not super young, but he's younger than a guy who's like 32, 34. Yeah, Brandon Marsh was such a beast. I feel so bad for the guy because he's never been on a team that's just good enough, which sucks because he is really good.
First down at the 38.
And
Ivory's tackled down at the 38.
I have Houston. He could basically step in and replace. Oh God, what's his name?
The Jets take it from the 38.
He could be a younger version of Oh my God, what's out, dude? I feel so stupid. God, he played with the Patriots for so long. Vince Wilfork. He could be like a slightly more athletic Vince Wilfork. Vince Wilfork was a big boy, but he played really well. I mean, Wilfork was always pretty solid in run stopping, and you can get some pass rush out of him every once in a while. And that's how I see Damon Harris. He's good. I mean, he's not going to be like some superstar SD tackle. That's going to be like a great pass rusher and like a great run stuffer like an Aaron Donald or a Quan Edwards or whatever the guy's name is from oh my God, dude. I should definitely not do this stuff when I'm like sick because I just can't think of anything other than, oh God, I'm sick. I hate this. But from the Panthers, they're 2D tackles. Those guys are really good. All right. I don't know. The last guy I got is the Broncos if they want to try and upgrade over whoever their starting D tackle is. I just had his name on the screen before I started, so I wouldn't forget this shit. But the Broncos, I mean, they were really good. I mean, that defense was insane. You can always be better, in my mind. I felt like their run D was pretty bad at points. I mean, against Pittsburgh in the playoff game, their run D wasn't that good. I mean, they let some nobody from, I don't even know where Fitzgerald Toussaint's from. But, I mean, who heard of him before the playoff game? Like, nobody. I mean, I'm a Pittsburgh fan. I never heard of the guy, so, I mean, I have to say something, right? So, I mean, their run D could always be better. Man. Alright, that's pretty much it. All I have to talk about for this video, so I don't even know where I'm going to go from here. Talk about Muhammad Wilkerson and how much of a beast he is, and if the Jets don't tag him or sign him to a contract, they're idiots. Because Wilkerson's absolutely amazing. Like, Muhammad Wilkerson is amazing. I don't know. Yeah, I have no clue to talk about from this point. Talk about how the combine's coming up soon. No. Leave in the comments who you think is going to run the fastest 40, I guess. I think it's going to be the guy from Oregon, Corey Coleman or whatever his name is. It's something like that. I'm saying him. He's fast. I think he'll probably run the fastest 40. I'm saying he's going to run like a 4.3, maybe a 4.29-ish. If he runs anything quicker than that, I'd be pretty impressed. So, he could be really good. I think if he was taller, he'd probably be the best receiver in the draft because he's measured at like 5'11", but from what I've heard, he's more of a 5'9". So, I mean, Antonio Brown's like 5'10". So, I mean, you know how good he is. So, I don't know. I'm saying Corey Coleman, I think is his name, will run the fastest 40. I don't think it'll be like Dree Archer, who like ran like a 4.2, like 6 or something weird. Like barely missed out on a record. I don't know though. Miles Jack, my favorite player in the draft. I'm gonna say is gonna run a 4.5, maybe 4.4. The guy used to play running back, so he's obviously fast. It's just how fast is he really is the real question. So I'm saying he can run like a 4.2 something. I mean a 4.4, not a 4.2. I'm gonna say he's gonna run like a low 4.4, like a 4.8, 4.7, maybe a 4.5, which will be faster than Laquan Treadwell from what I've been hearing, because Laquan Treadwell isn't that fast. Supposedly Laquan Treadwell is like is projected to run like a 4.7, 4.8, which is awful. But then again, for a red zone target type guy, I mean, he's like 6'5", 6'4", I think. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on this. But Miles Jack is a beast. I think if he has a really good combine, he could be in the running to be the #1 pick. Which I think he will have a really good combine. I'm going to say his 40 is going to be ridiculous for a linebacker who plays at like 250, I think. Same with Jalen Smith, but I don't know if he's going to be competing in the combine stuff. So there is a chance that he doesn't. I think Jalen Smith is really good too. I prefer Miles Jack as a player. I think Miles Jack's more talented. Oh, excuse me. But Oh my God. I'm sorry.
First down at the 49. He runs with it.
I don't know what else to go with. Oh my God, Chris Ivory, you suck, dude. You are absolute trash.
The Eagles offense.
Like, how do you fumble that right there?
Here, Phil. Late in the game, can they make something happen?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see.
I don't know, but I think of Jalen, not Jalen Smith. Oh my, dude, I'm such an idiot. Like, how? If Miles Jack has a really good combine, I think he could be in running to be the #1 pick.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback,
and if he interviews well, which, I mean, I would hope. I hope he's not like some kind of idiot who's going to fail his drug test every other week. So that's what I'm really banking on there. But I think he could be really good. That's pretty much all I have to say at that point. So I don't 100% know. Oh God. I don't know what else to talk about, so I'm probably just gonna try and win this game and not suck at Madden for a minute. Got like 20 more seconds to waste. I think Miles Jack's the best player in the draft overall. I think he's really good. If I lose to the Eagles, I'm probably going to end my life after this. So, I don't know. Fitzpatrick and Bradford, I think both could be starters depending on where they go. I doubt they both leave their teams. I mean, I highly doubt it. That's pretty much it. Overall, I think Bradford's the more talented, but he can't stay healthy. But Fitzpatrick's the more consistent and the one who's going to probably make some money, and I think I just lost. Yep. My God. All right. I gotta focus here and not suck at Madden.
I'm a cliche man. Because I write these things down. Wait, I got so many of them.
And the tackle is made right around the 32-yard line.
I think I'm kicking with the wind, so that at least helps, right?
And they are absolutely in desperate need of a big-time drive here to put points on the board.
All right.
One thing we do know, since you are behind, the defense most likely is going to be very conservative.
Done. Game.
So make sure you have play calls to take advantage of the fact that they're going to be very conservative on the defense.
That's it. Game over. Fucking Philly blows dick. All right.
They may have just locked up the win with that kick. And that should be enough to put this game on the win column.
Just gotta ensure the victory here.
It was, and you know, I think the only person on a football field that can
I can cut this video and finally be done talking about nothing.
Think about what he's going to do. Well, it must have been all positive in the kicker's mind because he got it.
I don't know what player I'm gonna do next. I might do the two Chiefs linebackers who might be taken off if they don't have the money to assign them both. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna do the two Chief linebackers next, Derick Johnson and whatever the other guy's name is. So this is J-Wax.